Mrs. Cleary brought our university through an enormous growth and change and laid the strong foundation for the fine university that we are today. This walkway that we dedicate is a main artery across the campus, used by thousands of student, faculty, staff, and visitors daily. I think it is a particularly fitting tribute because it will be seen many times each day. It is so important to remember and to honor the contribution of all who went before. James and Mary Cleary hold a special place in our hearts. They have our gratitude, our appreciation, and our esteem. I would like to introduce to you now our first speaker, Dr. Patrick Nicholson, Professor of Religious Studies.
It was under President Cleary that San Fernando Valley College, and now California State University Northridge, became the formidable institution that it is today. This academic community, this sleeping giant, as Dr. John Brazenly called it, took on its shape and character in the Cleary years. History is important. The James and Cleary Walk is a reminder. James and Mary would cherish this site particularly. President Cleary's office was right over there in the then administration building, now Baramian Hall. And if he were here today and were to walk a little bit and look a little east and north, he surely also would get a big smile out of the imperial staircase that was added to Oviatt Library after the earthquake. Oviatt Library was one of the many buildings that were erected under his supervision. And if he then turned back and walked around his administration building, took a glance at the parking lot where the new administration building is, and went a little bit north on Etiwanda, he would get a good view of the business and economics and education buildings, which were the last buildings that he initiated before leaving, and which were pretty well zapped before they were completed at the earthquake. Indeed, at the invitation of then President Blinda Wilson, James and Mary came on one of their last visits to campus in order to see those new buildings finished and secured. It was obviously a happy occasion for both of them, and I was kind of amazed at how they remembered everybody's names. It is a very good thing we are doing here today in naming the James and Mary Cleary Walk. Thank you.
Could you please welcome Dr. Jolene Kester.
Today, however, at this moment, we focus on the unique and the extraordinary contributions of two people. While there's one president, there were two people in the Cleary family who worked very hard for this university. We're going to take advantage today of an important tradition in universities in which we recognize individuals who have helped shape the institution in fundamental and important ways. This is an opportunity to create a formal symbol of thanks and appreciation for their extraordinary commitment, dedication, and service. So today, the tradition allows us to rededicate this walkway in honor of James and Mary Cleary. I would like to point you to the visual symbol of this relationship. In your program, in your invitation to this event, you see a photographic capture of a team of people, a husband and a wife who dedicated themselves to each other, to their family, and to California State University Northridge. I must confess that when I received the Save the Day card and saw this picture of Mary and Jim Cleary, I teared up. But the work of the university is best unfolded through teams and partnerships. In this case today, we celebrate the partnership of a marriage and the contributions of each of those individuals to this university. But Cal State Northridge is great because we have multiple partnerships across this university, back in time, in the present, and very much, I hope and believe, in the future. All of you who are here are part of that partnership. So, we're going to today dedicate this walkway. Now, why this walkway? There are lots of walkways on the campus. Pat gave you some hints about our decision making, the closeness to Bohemian Hall, the number of people, faculty, staff, students, and community members who walk across here, walk to the library, and walk to the student union. But I would simply say to you that this walkway instantiates almost every aspect of today's university that Jim Cleary and Mary Cleary cared about. Our diverse student body you will find on this walkway every day. Our excellent faculty you will find on this walkway every day. Our incredibly competent and dedicated staff you will find on this walkway every day. You see here in buildings some of the excellent academic programs that Jim Cleary sustained and then built over the time that he was here. And you see from this walkway, this beautiful physical campus that is now park-like, welcoming, providing an aesthetic background to the excellence of the academic programs here. All of these elements are linked to hopes, to dreams, and to decisions that were initiated by President Cleary during his 23 years of leading this university. All of those hopes, dreams, and vision were part of what Jim shared with his major partner in this enterprise, Mary Cleary. So it is with great pleasure that I say to all of you that the Board of Trustees gives me the authority to do this. And by the authority vested in me by that Board of Trustees, I now formally dedicate this walkway, the James and Mary Cleary